Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
On with the 16U championship, the Crush tidal wave against the Beverly Bandits. Beverly Bandits will be the home team. They'll be in the field first as the umpires for this title tilt exchange lineup cards and go through the ground rules for this matchup. The Crush tidal wave out of Crystal Lake, Illinois. Their batting order this afternoon.
All right, starting it off, number 25, the third baseman, Carly Shavanek. Next, we have number 10, our shortstop, Delaney Rummel. Then the catcher, number 27, Carrie Healy. The left fielder, number 9, Alexis Adante.
Then we got the right fielder, number 00, Claire Weeks. Then the DP, number 18, Maggie Schremp. And number 14, the first baseman, Katie Armstrong.
The pitcher, number 2, Izzy Bratter. The center fielder, number 22, Claire Urbanski. And the flex, number 3, Ryan Klinger.
And our substitutes are number 1, Renee Malaki, and number 4, Kylie Schremp.
And cut!
There you go. Like the tag team effort there to get the lineup done for their head coach, Jim Sumaria. Talked to Jim before the game today, Elena, and basically I said, okay, give me an MO, give me the calling card of your team. And again, like we said in the open, they don't do anything great, but they do everything well. And sometimes if you just concentrate on doing everything well, the sum of all the parts adds up to good things in the end. But he wanted to stress one thing. It's about camaraderie with this team. These girls are friends. They've been together since they were 10. They feed off of each other. They feed off of the energy, and that goes a long way as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing two types of success here. We have a team that has power pitching and power hitting, and then we also have the Crush tidal waves that they do all the little small things right that equal up to big wins.
The Bandits defensively, Bays, Ortiz, and Williams in the outfield, left to right. Cochran, Plaziv, and Bone, and McElligott over at first base. And Hall is the catcher for Supel, the right-hander, in the circle. The weather, we talked about it. It is gorgeous. It is up to 83 degrees. The temperature has been rising all day long. Wind is out of the west-northwest at 12 miles an hour. That could be a factor because it's going to blow balls that are hit left center field. Give them a little extra oomph. So keep an eye on that as well. All set for Carly Shovanek to step in for the Crush tidal waves. 16U championship begins here in Wisconsin. And first pitch swinging. Williams, the right fielder, watches it go up, over, and out. And what a start for the Crush tidal waves.
I did not see that coming.
Shovanek crushes one. And it's 1-0 just like that. Well, if it's in the wheelhouse, swing at it. Good things may happen.
Great swing. Gets just enough under it. She knows it's out right away.
And it cleared that fence in right center with plenty of room to spare. So the third baseman with a solo shot to put Crush tidal waves on the scoreboard in a blink. Now Rummel, the shortstop, is up. swings through it and gets a piece. Delaney loves softball, also enjoys basketball down in Illinois. Been a part of this Crush team since the 09 season, and again, this team has kind of grown up together. Two new faces on the roster this year, but they have blended in seamlessly to keep a good thing going. 1-2, and that one's smacked and down for a base hit. Bounces off of Ortiz. That'll hold Rummel to a single. First two hitters, a home run, a single. Tidal Waves off to a good start.
I like how she waits back on her back leg, gets that power through her hips, and just pushes into the center.
So the shortstop aboard, and Carrie Healy steps in. Off the handle, Ortiz is right there to make the grab. Well, these Tidal Wave players, have you noticed, Elena, going after first pitch, early pitches, and right there, squaring up. And Adante now the hitter. She's the left fielder. But they're all getting good cuts. They're swinging early. They're getting good cuts. Even the out made some noise there.
They know how good this pitcher is. Sydney Suple. She is only in 8th grade, Bob, and she is already verbally committed to Northwestern.
That's heady stuff for her and for the Wildcats indeed, but they see good things ahead.
She's got the spin, location, and the confidence.
1-1 to Adante. There's a strike, 1-2. Because most of these Beverly players should be U14, but they've been playing up. Strikeout there, 2 down. They're used to big moments. They are used to the competition that's playing up in their age bracket, and that's why early scholarships like that can happen.
Yeah, their maturity level is so much higher than normal kids their age because they're used to these high moments with players much older than them.
So Suple fighting back after giving up the leadoff home run, then the single to get the next 2 hitters, and here's Weeks, the right fielder. Oh, 1 pitch. Good scoop by Hall, the catcher. This 16U division, 18 teams when the tournament began. And down to the final 2 here. Spinner in foul territory and caught by the first baseman to retire the side. But the Tidal Waves crash this 16U title tilt with a run, a home run by Chovanec. They lead it 1-0.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here in Wisconsin, the Crush Tidal Waves tally in the top of the first. The Bandits now get to swing the sticks. Let's meet the team from Beverly.
Hi, I'm Allison Snyder, and this is the Beverly Bandits 14U Premier batting lineup. First, we have our center fielder, Tori Ortiz. Second, we have Danny Williams in right field. Our pitcher, Sydney Supple. Our third baseman, Nikki Cochran. Batting number 5, Hallie Hall. Number 6, Riley Pertusik at shortstop. Batting number 7 is Abby Bays in left field. Batting 8th is first baseman Tara. And batting 9th, our second baseman, Haley Bones. Here we go, Bandits.
I love it. Great enthusiasm for her head coach, Ramsey Harkness. I asked Ramsey who would do a good job with your lineup. There you go. Backed up his plan. All right, Ortiz, the center fielder, will lead things off for Beverly. And she takes a strike. They're in close for a reason, Elena.
This startup to the Bandits lineup is so dangerous because of their speed. Both Tori Ortiz and Danny Williams can get to first base in under 3 seconds.
Tested here. The throw in time. What a job by Klinger, the second baseman, to get it to Armstrong. And that's why she was playing up close.
Yep.
Shovanik at third was playing tight, and they knew this was coming.
She might have hit it a little harder than she wanted. She might want to get to right in between the catcher, first base, and the pitcher, so they had a while to go get it. But that was a great defensive play.
Talked about the crush and how they lean on defense, pitching and defense. That's what they do well. Snuff out the leadoff hitter Ortiz. Williams now tries to go to left and making the catch on the run. Adante in foul territory. She was playing shallow. She was in the perfect position.
Yep. You see here they have the outfield in because they know that the slapper's not going to power slap it in the first inning like that. They have the infield in and the outfield in, trying to get as close now as they can.
Doug, Terry, and Gene. They're the guys working this 16U championship, our men in blue. And a strike to Suplay, the pitcher. And now the scouting report working well here for the Tidal Waves. Outfield back. And a swing and a miss. But yeah, those first two hitters, they had a feeling what was coming, and the outfield was playing really close at the corners. And so far the positioning has worked to their favor. 1-2 just high to Suplay.
And Suplay here has a lot more power. This is where their power starts in our lineup, and the outfielders know it. Center field's almost to the wall, and I don't blame her.
Down low in the dirt, 2-2. Yeah, there's your outfield. That's not where they were for the first two hitters. They were sneaking in about 3-4 steps. But not with this good stick at the plate. That one rolled up there. Count goes full.
And with power hitters, the outfielders left and right try to scoot more in toward the center, try to close the gaps a little bit. But with slappers right before, the left fielder was almost on the line. And she had a great play.
And a walk through the pitcher with 2 down. So Suplay aboard. We'll give Cochran a shot here. She's the third baseman. Nikki's a power hitter as well, as Elena talked about. The ideal model for the Bandits. Try to get those those pesky hitters, get them on base for the next two. Suplay and Cochran. And Cochran, you saw right there, a mighty cut, but fouled it back.
And Nikki here is already verbal to DePaul in Chicago as well. Great to hear.
Punches that one foul. So Bratter ahead of the hitter. 0-2.
Be ready for some junk pitches here. Her best stuff. Rise ball.
That one got up. And it gets up to the left fielder, Adante, to make the catch. Nothing across in the bottom of the first for the Beverly Bandits. We go to the second. It's 1-0. Tidal Waves.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
Train.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Well, we talked about Northwestern and how that holds a future here for this young pitcher from the Bandits. How about Kristen Wood, who played here at Wilmot?
Well, Kristen Wood, I played with her for a couple years here at Lightning. She went to Wilmot High School, the home of this field, and she was first team All-State for 3 years in a row. And she is now going to be a senior at Northwestern.
Yeah, time flies, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Made her mark on these diamonds and closing in on calling it a career already, just like that with the Wildcats. But here's Sue Play ready, not just yet, but in a couple years to kind of take the torch with the Wildcats and continue with that program. Schremp leads it off. Designated player here for the Tidal Waves. Then Armstrong, the first baseman, and Bratter, the pitcher.
It was an honor to play with Kristen. She was just unbelievable to watch. And to see it in person, it was so much better.
Big cut there, 1-1. What made her so good? What was her specialty in the circle?
Her speed was unbelievable. And then once she went to Northwestern, they really worked on her spin. And when you put those two combinations together, unstoppable. And she's just a great teammate also. Great person, great athlete.
This young lady will be there someday, verbally committing for the Northwestern program. Just missing there, 2-2.
And you see here how Northwestern really honors the speed of the spin of a pitcher. Sue Play here, her spin's unbelievable. And then that's what they really worked so hard on with Kristen.
Gets the first strikeout there. One down here in the second. Farrell gas. This looks like some Farrell gas. Right down the middle for the first strikeout on her scorecard. And all the strikeouts today are sponsored by Farrell Gas, now hiring A-class hazmat drivers. Full-time and part-time available. Go to farrellgas.com and you can apply today. One down, Armstrong, the first baseman.
Thank you, Farrell Gas.
Tried to time it. Platusik at short. Guns it across in time. Knew she didn't have much time, so she threw a dart for the second out.
Look at that. She fields it cleanly, powers through, steps through the throw. That's what's so important about when you're in this level, learning how to play the game correctly. You need to step through the throw and get all the power behind the ball.
Without the step, then base runner might be safe. Probably is.
Yep.
But she did it textbook there to get the second out. Bratter, the pitcher now. And behind 0-2. And Sue Play, after that first inning, gave up the leadoff home run on the very first pitch, and then a single after that. She's settled down.
Yeah, she definitely has. She's got her command back in the circle, and she looks really comfortable out there. There's that rise ball she's known for. Almost got her.
Yep. Tried to sneak that in and get her counterpart in the circle to chase. 1-2.
Oop, there it is again.
Yep.
Takes great discipline at the plate to lay off a rise ball like that.
It's so enticing about halfway there, and the second half, that's when, well, there's problems for the hitter to catch up. Strike three called. Sue Play indeed settles in. She's retired the last 6, couple of strikeouts, good defense behind her. Middle of 2, 1-0 our score.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
Train, the brain, brain.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at totalcontrolsports.com.
Back here in Wilmot,
Imagine a place where
Wisconsin. 1-0 our score. Bottom of 2. Bandit second swings at the plate. Bob and Elena with you. There's our Twitter accounts. If you're tweeting, if you're bored on this Father's Day, if the kids are driving you nuts, give us a tweet. Give us a shout out here. Again, try to stump Elena on softball rules, maybe history, trivia, what have you.
Yep, give it a try.
Hall, the catcher, will lead it off for the Beverly Bandits. And takes ball 1 high. Bratter winds and fires, and Hall fouls it back. Mentioned some of the, saw Kristen Wood and what she's done. Just one of many names that have been a part of this complex, this area, and the softball growing up and playing either at the high school level or at the club level here. And this is a tournament that's just oozing with history when you look back at some of the names.
That's right. A list of some girls that have just recently gone to college from this program. Ashley Madsen went to Washington University in St. Louis. And then the Funk sisters, Liz and Sarah. Liz went to Oshkosh, and Sarah Funk went to Madison. And she was an unbelievable pitcher. She walked on at Madison. She had some unfortunate injuries, but she's working her hardest to get back, and hope all goes well for all of them.
And Hall, the catcher, with the leadoff here in the second inning. And Platusek, the shortstop, will try to make that pay off. Swings and misses. That ball tailed away, came right over home plate, and then tailed away into the other batter's box.
And speaking of speedy slappers, Brittany Blazik, who went to Central here, Westosha Central, she now goes to Cardinal Stritch, and one of the best slappers I've ever seen. Hits over like 700 all the time, always gets on. Hope she's doing well.
We send a shout out to her. Meantime, Platusek hit it straight in the air. Catcher, pitcher, first baseman all converge, and Armstrong ends up with it.
Yep, the catcher knew right away it went straight up. And then she let her infield take control.
To right, Weeks is there with the catch. Going to throw to first and try to double up. Hall can't, but does get the second out, retiring Bays.
Another great defensive stance by the outfielders. They know exactly where to go on all the plays, not giving the Bandits any chances.
Nick Elliott, the first baseman, will be the hitter. First pitch swinging, and it falls in the shallow center for a base hit. Keeps the inning alive, 2 aboard with 2 down. And Bone, the number 9 hitter, gets a chance. Base hit here could tie it up.
Courtesy number 6 for
Courtesy runner time for the Bandits.
For the catcher.
And it's number 6, Madison Christ. She's out at second base. Bone fouls it off. And again, this inning, first pitch, going right after it.
That's what you have to do in these championship games. They know these pitchers are too good that they have to get the first strike.
Comebacker. Inning over. Second inning over. To the third we go. When we come back, Tim Edwards, head coach at Mount Mary University, will come and chat with us.
check.
Back here in Wilmot, Wisconsin at the Battle of the Borders. 1-0 crushed tidal waves over the Beverly Bandits as we head to the third inning. This is the 16U championship game. Tim Edwards, head coach at Mount Mary University, is here, staying busy, watching all the action. What do you think so far?
This has been a great day on a beautiful Father's Day, watching some really good talent play the game of softball.
Where else would you rather be on Father's Day, right?
Nowhere else. This is great.
And when you say talent, I mean, we don't take that with a grain of salt. There is so much here. There could be every coach around the country here at every level looking and finding something they like in certain ball players. And these are still youngsters. You won't, if you do get them, you're not getting them for a few years.
Correct. I mean, the level of talent and the level of growth in the sport over the last several years has just exploded with the numbers, the specialized coaches at earlier ages, kids committing earlier and earlier. You know, it's just fun to watch the game grow and grown as much as it has.
Pop foul. So McElligott makes the catch in foul territory, and there's one away as Urbanski pops out. We go back to the top of the order, and Chovanec.
So, can you please give the viewers a better understanding of what makes a college softball player a great college softball player? What do you look for?
Effort and attitude.
Effort and attitude. Okay.
You know, technique can be improved, mechanics can be worked on for improvement, but if you don't come in with a great attitude and the right amount of effort, you're probably not going to be successful at any level.
So you say that's like the main thing you look for at these tournaments?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, one of the things I look for when I go to these tournaments and scouting young talent is I actually don't want to see them play well. I know that sounds horrible, but I want to see how they handle adversity. Right. And if they have a strikeout at a crucial situation, I want to see if they go in the dugout and, you know, pick up their team and start cheering, or if they go throw their helmet in the corner and pout a little bit, or, you know, look around for mom and dad. I want to see how they react to that.
This young lady reacted to the very first pitch of the ball game with a home run to right center, and that's why we're at 1-0. Tim Edwards chatting with us, the head coach at Mount Mary University. Sitting 1-1 here, waiting for the pitch from Suplee. Swings and foul tips at 1-2. Here's that home run. I mean, we got all settled in, got the starting lineups announced, and boom, she jumped on the first pitch.
Great swing. Weight was back, extended, got great extension, and just powered it over.
And what does that say about Suplee to you?
Tremendous player. I mean, good young talent. Somebody's coached her well. That's the other reason I like coming to these events.
Tomahawk into right field, but Williams was there to make the play, and they retire Chovanec for 2 down.
Both these organizations I'm familiar with over the years as being a youth travel ball coach. They used to come to our tournaments down in Central Illinois. You know, the Beverly Bandits is a nationally known program. They do a lot of things right. This Crystal Lake team, they used to come down to Bloomington Normal, and they've always bring really good talent. They're very well coached and, you know, play the game very well.
When you come to a tournament like this, hosted, sponsored by the Wisconsin Lightning, it's got to be a great thing for a coach like you to be able to see all this talent corralled together from the Midwest all in one place. Makes your job easier.
Absolutely, and the Wisconsin Lightning organization does a great job. You know, I think this is the 11th year of this tournament. I know my old organization has brought teams up here over the years. This is my 2nd year in a row coming here. I enjoy coming here because from observing the amount of work that goes on, the people that are involved running this program at the various, you know, fields and venues, they do a really tremendous job.
2-1 pitch in there for a strike, 2-2. And to that point, Tim, when tournaments like this are run properly and smoothly, that makes it easier for the umpires to do their job, makes it easier for the coaches, the players. They can go about their business and showcase their talents to people like you.
Absolutely. You're focused on the game itself instead of all the side notes.
Extracurricular.
Correct.
Yeah.
The side distractions, if you may. If you can just focus and concentrate on your game and your play, then that makes everything so much more enjoyable.
Now, speaking of your program at Mount Mary,
The Blue Angels.
The Blue Angels.
Yeah, like it.
what is your philosophy as a coach? What do you look for?
Again, as we're just starting to grow the program, I mean, Mount Mary's been around for 102 years, and academically, it's well respected in the area. But athletically, we've struggled. This will be the start of my third year. This will be, I just finished my second year there as the head coach, and we're starting to get some talent in. We're starting to head in the right direction. We became a little more competitive this year. I've had to go outside the state to recruit some talent because, quite frankly, the competition in Wisconsin itself is quite challenging because of the number of Division III schools in the state. So the best talent has a lot of options, and if you're not one of the better programs, you can struggle.
All right.
But we are improving. We're making good strides. The quality kids that are coming in are good softball players.
So, Tim, I guess it's like any program at any level. Really, for you, it's about winning. It's about getting the talent in and then winning. And then once you start building that, other players will see that. They'll want to be a part of that.
Well, it's about winning, but it's also at the Division III level, it's about getting that education first, and we take that very seriously. At the awards banquet this year, I was very happy that our team, led the conference in home runs, and we improved all of our batting averages and most of our offensive stats. But the one I was most proud of is the team GPA went from 3.1 to 3.3, and that's really what we're about.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great to hear.
Well, Tim, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sitting in the sun with us and enjoying some softball this afternoon. Best of luck to the Blue Angels when you guys crank it up once again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's Tim Edwards, head coach at Mount Mary University. Nothing across for the Tidal Waves in their half of the third. Bottom of three begins with a foul ball. Off the bat of the leadoff hitter, Ortiz. Now, the first time around, Elena, Ortiz and Williams, they retired them easily to keep them off the base paths for the big boppers. And there you go. Same thing. Shovanik playing in, tight at third, takes it on one hop, gets the put out of the leadoff man.
Like we talked about before, it's the little things that the Crush organization talks about. Those small defensive shifts. That will make a big deal. And the Beverly Bandits, if they don't try to transform their hitting a little bit different and move the ball around, it's going to stay like this for a while.
Well, to your point, they're taking them out of their rhythm, taking them out of their game with these first two hitters. And
Definitely.
Again, everyone's in tight here on the infield. Outfield is shallow, including Adante. Very shallow on left, but last time that's the way Williams went, and she made the play. You see everybody scooched in an extra step or two.
See, as you can see here, the right center gap is huge. The batters can see that. They're gonna try to pull that right into the gap and get a double.
And
look for her.
Little unorthodox setup for a left-handed hitter, but again, they know where she plans to go, is going to try to go. Like that.
Yep.
Just takes a little bit off of it and trying to go to left. Williams with that big Joe Namath-like knee brace. You have no idea who Joe Namath is, but trust me, he had a knee brace just like that. Strike there as she offered, and now the count is full as Bratter battles back here. And now when it's full with the slap hitter, no, never mind. She worked the count back in her favor and drew the walk. And now the big bats get a chance with the base runner. Suplee will be the hitter.
Yeah, the Bandits are in a great spot right now. Power hitter coming up. Defense is shifted back somewhat. There's still a big gap in right center. Maybe Sydney will see that and try to pull one. And that'll hopefully get Williams over to third base.
Suplee takes a strike. First time up, she walked and was stranded at first. She has done a superb job of shaking off that first pitch home run that she served up quieted down after that. That was a long foul ball. 0-2.
She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows her powers and her pulling.
Center field, Urbanski on the move, can't get there, it's up against the fence. Williams on the horse.
Down to third.
Down to third she goes to play. Moving everybody around with a stand-up double. And Beverly Bandits something going here in their half of the third. That time she didn't pull it, but she knew this was a better option.
Yeah, the ball was over the plate, a little outside on her, so her only option to get the good part of the bat on it was to go opposite field.
And Oppo a good idea, because now here's Cochran licking her chops and fouls it off. Had a big rip. Cochran flew out to left to end the first frame. But different scenario here in the third. Second and third with only one down. Healy, good job behind the plate. She framed it, and they don't want to put anything meaty up and out over the plate for Cochran. Gonna try to have her pitcher paint the corners. That one upstairs.
They do have first base open, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just pitched around her and got her on first base.
Yeah, it might be the old unintentional intentional walk here. Just not giving anything too good. That one, foul territory, and it'll bounce foul. Now, Bratter might have got away with one right there, because that was right in the wheelhouse, and Cochran just missed it.
Yeah, there's a screwball outside, and she just gets under it.
Tried to muscle it in the left center, but no dice. 2-2. Just missed. Count is full. That's right where Healy set up. She wants that outside corner. Going to try to get Cochran to fish. Up in her eyes. Fought it off, and in foul territory, Armstrong dropped it. Oh my. That's a tough break for the first baseman. And perhaps taking a peek to see if maybe a tag at third caused the drop.
Yeah, also the sun is right in her eyes. The sun is right above there, and when you have runners on base, it really gets inside your head.
You got shades on, you got a mask on, you got a lot going on. Snagged by Bratter, knocks it down, throws to first in time for the out. They got it anyway. It was nerve-wracking moments to get that out, but they retired Cochran 1-3. Runners stay put, 2 down now for Hall, the catcher. Here's the comebacker.
There she goes. She fumbles it a little bit.
And then runs it back in to make sure. This is the play prior. And watch Armstrong. Right away she says, you know what? My bad, my bad. Meantime, up, over and out for Hall. Just like that, a 3-run jack. And the Bandits take the lead on one swing from their catcher. Well, tidal waves, they were working hard to try to get out of this jam, but Hall goes yard, and instead, that lead is gone on one swing, and a powerful swing.
Yeah, that was just a meaty pitch, and Hall knew she wanted it. She had a great swing, nice level swing, used her hips, fouled through, and she knew it was gone. We all did.
Cleared the fence on a line drive in a hurry. And you saw Dad there celebrating. Happy Father's Day to him. Watching his daughter go yard. Couldn't be a better present. 3-1 Bandits now here in the third. Platusik up there with the bases clean. So Armstrong, playing over at first, got redemption when she dropped the ball in foul territory. Was breathing a sigh of relief. Got that second out anyway. Okay, but then they needed one more out, and Hall had other ideas.
And that's what great teams do. They take advantage of opportunities, and That pitch was right in her wheelhouse.
Indeed.
She took it.
Platusik, first time up, popped out to the first baseman, Armstrong. Sitting 2-1 here. Strike call. 2-2. Bratter trying to limit the damage here and works the count full to Platusik. You talked about this Beverly team that travels the nation, plays in major tournaments. There's probably not a lot of scenarios they haven't seen. And there's ball 4. Inning continues.
They see so many teams from across the country. They see probably every single kind of situation the softball has to give them.
Including leadoff home run on the first pitch. You say, okay, we're down 1-0. So be it, right?
Yep. You just got to battle back.
Yep.
That's what the game's all about.
And they have. Grabbing the lead here in the third. Bayes, the left fielder now. Sawed her off, and who wants it? Armstrong will take it. Side retired, but Haley Hall, the catcher, becoming the big batter. 3-run home run, and the Bandits take the lead.
We got big low now. Let's go.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here in Wilmot, one of our sponsors of this 2015 Battle of the Borders, Ferrellgas, now hiring A-class hazmat drivers, full-time, part-time, both available. Go to ferrellgas.com to apply and learn more. Well, on one swing, Crushed Tidal Waves surrendered the lead. Their catcher for the Beverly Bandits, Haley Hall, hit a 3-run home run. And the Crush now battling from behind, but still lots of softball game left as Healy, the catcher, will lead off. First pitch swinging. Right field, Williams drifting over, makes the catch on the run. 1 up and 1 down.
Hey, way to talk. Good job.
There's Dad once again. Here you go. And just so, in case the Bandits fans don't know who you are in your travels hither and yonder, got to support your daughter. Adante now, strikeout victim in the first.
One thing these Crush hitters need to be aware of is Suple's ability to go up and down. It's really tough for a batter to recognize those pitches, and if they lay off, they're going to be really successful.
And to her mindset again, home run on the first pitch, single after that. She hasn't given up anything since then. Has retired every batter since the single in the second inning. So she was able to shake it off. Now she gets a 3-run home run to get a 2-run cushion. Her psyche all of a sudden takes another jolt there, makes her feel even more comfortable.
Yeah, her confidence is through the roof right now.
10 straight hitters retired since the second batter had that single in the first. Dante was her first strikeout victim in the first. Suple taking a long look at the signs. Little half swing and good enough for a hit to center field. Ortiz can't find the handle right away. So into second base goes Adante. So 1 out. Runner on. And Weeks will be the hitter. Foul out to the first baseman to end the first. Nice little swing, and again, not trying too hard. We've seen so many girls do that where they don't try to do too much, and look at the end result, staying at second base.
Yeah, as long as you keep your hands on the ball and push through, usually a good base hit from it.
Weeks to center. Ortiz going back, looking up, over and out. And we are tied. And now the power on display here. First the Bandits go out, and now the Tidal Waves. 2-run jack from Weeks. Both teams, Elena, we have talked on and on about going after the first pitch, the early pitches. And when they're in that wheelhouse, this is why they're doing that.
They know pitchers need to get ahead in order to do well in this level. And when they see a pitch right down the middle or their favorite pitch, they're going to go for it.
There has been no hesitation, and they have been able to benefit. 2-run homer for Weeks, ties it at 3. Conference in the circle. The infielders will talk it over as well. And so just when we talked about Suplee retiring 10 in a row, getting in that groove, but Dante had the little hit off the end of the bat to break that. But then Weeks went in the same place and pushed it over the fence in center field. And I think, again, to your point, just trying to be too fine and get ahead of the hitters. It's one thing to get ahead, but it's one thing to throw a strike that's too enticing, too easy to pitch. Nothing easy about hitting a home run, but Weeks certainly, it's almost like she was just waiting for it and said, if it's there, I know what to do with it. So conference over. Schremp, the hitter. DP struck out in the second inning. Slaps it foul. Go back to the home run pitch. And again, you're trying to get it to the head of the hitter. And it's right there.
And there, Suplee attempted to throw a curveball, but it went a little too far to the outside of the batter. And when that happens, it's pretty easy for a batter to catch up on. So all Suplee needs to do is just spin that a little bit more inside, and then it could be a strike. Yeah,
when it bites, then it's almost impossible to hit. But that ball didn't bite. It just hung out there. 1-2 to the DP.
Very uncharacteristic of Suplee.
I think that's why there was a conference to say, we know what you were intending to throw, and we know what you wanted, but let's reset here and make sure that there's some movement on it, because this pitch just kind of sails over the middle, very flat. No life to it at the end, and that's where the life comes, right? Swing and a miss.
And at the end of that pitch, it kind of looked more like a rise ball instead of a curve. And that's when you know that her spin might not have been as tight as she wanted, and she'll work on it. She's still young. She's in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah. And she'll work on it, continue to work on it here in this game. 2 down. That was the 4th strikeout for Suplee. And Armstrong will be the hitter.
Most 8th graders have 2 pitches, and she has about 5. So she's way ahead of the game. Nothing to worry about.
Armstrong first AB was a ground out to short. And you heard Tim Edwards, coach at Mount Mary, talk about what he looks for. He knows everyone here has the talent, and they can always tweak things when they get to the collegiate level.
Of course.
Suplee backpedals and makes the catch, side retired. But it's home run derby here as the crushed Tidal Wave answered the 3-run home run with a 2-run home run of their own. And we're tied at 3.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Well, now it's the Crush and their turn to try to get a shutdown inning because back and forth we go on the scoreboard and all even. Back to even at 3. McElligott, first baseman, to lead it off. Then Bone, number 9 hitter, and then Ortiz and the rest of the slapping crew at the top of the order. McElligott hit a single her first AB. This one shallow right field, caught nicely by Klinger with a basket catch. And there's one down. So Suplee, as we take a look at Klinger on the move.
It's important that she step back first. That's always the key to catching a pop-up is that you go back first because it's always easier to go forward. But you wanna see where the ball is, take a step back, backpedal, and get your body in position to catch the ball. She did a great job.
And the basket catch, good call.
Yeah.
Safer play that time.
It was tailing away from her. She knew she could see the ball better if it was right in front of her instead of above her head.
Bone is the hitter. Grounded out to the pitcher in her lone at-bat. So each pitcher today has gotten, quote-unquote, a second life after they surrender the lead. They get it back to even. That's the case with Bratter now. Had the lead, gave it away on the home run. Her offense picks her up. Now she needs a shutdown inning.
Great frame.
Fouled off. As a former catcher, Elena, how do coaches coach framing?
Actually, the way that I learned was using tennis balls, because that way you have to really turn your hand into the strike zone in order to catch the ball. And that's actually really helped me to this day. I still do it at practice.
That pitch just a shade high, so it's 2-2 to Bone. But it is an art. It's something you practice. It's not just something you say, okay, I'll frame it, and you go out and do it. This one, Klinger again, catches the pop fly. 2 down, and Ortiz will be the hitter. But it's something that catchers actually work on, correct?
Oh, definitely, every single day. That and blocking. Blocking is probably the most important aspect of catching. You got to help your pitcher in every way.
And now the infield squeezes in, trying to help their pitcher here, with Ortiz up there trying to run at it and poke it hard past them. The positioning has worked well so far. They've got Ortiz 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts. Tapped in front. Healy, throw to first, not in time. Well, the tidal wave catcher, she did everything correctly, but Ortiz just too quick down the line.
Yeah, there's their speed again. When they get the ball in the right position, they're going to be on base.
All the fundamentals ran through it. Just nothing you can do, especially coming out of that other box. This one, and it was available for the third out, but no one could catch up. So Williams is going to try to do small ball here and get herself on because Suplee is in the on-deck circle.
Speaking of colleges in Chicago, Danny is actually really committed to Loyola, right next to Northwestern.
Slapper down the left field side, foul, and Bratter ahead 0-2. Important batter here. both ways. Bandits need her aboard to bring Suplee up for a shot. And Tidal Waves, they want no business of that young lady on deck. And they won't have to deal with her. Williams strikes out, stranded a runner, and the Crush avoid any further damage and keep this game tied.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
3-3 our score, top of 5. Hey, we're spreading the love here on Father's Day. We got to give it in big batches to all the parents who are here helping run this Wisconsin Lightning tournament, because they have done yeoman's work here over the weekend. Each parent has to put in 24 hours of volunteer time, be it concessions, be it working the fields, and they have done that to try to keep this tournament moving along. And our hats off to them for keeping everybody happy. And as we talked to Tim Edwards, that's important from everyone's standpoint, that if they're doing their job, the players can go about, they don't have to worry about anything. Umpires, coaches, they enjoy it too when things are moving along. So tip of the cap to all the parents, all the volunteers here at the Wisconsin Lightning program for keeping everybody fed, hydrated, happy, healthy, keeping the fields in play, keeping the, I mean, we play what, 7 in the morning today? First action?
Yep, that's right.
So people were up at 5:30 in the morning, and this field and some of the ancillary fields that they played other semifinal action on had water from some overnight rain here in Wisconsin. So it wasn't just, rake it and let's go. There had to be some work done.
You couldn't even see parts of the infield. It was just drenched.
So Bratter, you saw her reach with the single, and the courtesy runner took over for her. She's down second base as Urbanski advances her on the sacrifice. And 5th inning now, 3-3 game. You start to do this, Elena. You start to try to scratch out what could be the deciding run.
This is where all the strategy comes into it. It's not more about let's see what the power hitters can do anymore. It's kind of, you got to get the girls over any way that you can, because at one run, that could be enough.
Indeed. Jovanik lifts it foul. And got our camera guy down the left field line in the ear. Watch this. This is why I want to stay here. That's focus there, folks. He stayed with his assignment on the field and took one in the melon for it. That's Ray down there, manning our left field third base camera. Ray says he's okay. It'll leave a mark, but Ray's gonna hang in there. Our guys all hanging in there. 2-1 the count. Jovanik, remember, showed off her power on the first pitch of this game with a solo home run. And went after the high stuff, 2-2. And another check on Ray. Yeah, it's all good. Yep. He's not going anywhere. He'll have a story at Thanksgiving. That's what that's for. See that mark right there?
What'd you do on Father's Day?
Yeah, exactly. Strike 3 called. And Suplee.
You can just
Great
see her
reaction.
passion.
Yeah, the passion. Indeed. She needed it, wanted it, got it.
Perfect location, right in the outside corner, low. The batters are just going to freeze on that one.
Yep.
I don't blame them.
Strikeout number 5 for the pitcher, who throws another strike to Rummel. She singled in the first after the solo home run, flew out to right in her second try. What the tidal wave is looking for here is a base hit to possibly break this tie. That went upstairs, spun out of the zone, 1-1.
That's a good waste pitch, as they say, where you know you already have a strike. You want to see if the girl's going to chase it and go for it. Go upstairs.
Tried to get her to fish there and didn't, 2-1. Suplee gives up the leadoff single. Sacrifice to second. And now trying to work hard to strand that runner. And can't do it. Rummel with a base hit. Waved home. Throw comes home late. And the tidal waves in front again. They break the tie. 4-3. Rummel. Big RBI single up the gut.
You see on this, the first baseman is going to be the cut man to go home, and she knows that the ball is right on track to home plate, so then that's when she lets it go through, and they almost got her.
Almost, but the courtesy runner had a good turn around third base and got in there to break the tie. Healy, the catcher now, takes a ball outside. Another look at scoring that run from second base, Elena.
Yep, first baseman's is going to come over. Pitcher's going to back up home. Great throw by center. And the throw is right on target, but the runner just gets in first.
And a strike as Healy couldn't hold off.
That low changeup again.
Her head coach, Jim Sumaria, down the third baseline, telling her to get back in there. You're okay. And she is 2-1. With a pitcher like Suplee, and we've seen her give up the early lead and then fight back, get in a groove, and then give up the home run. She's had spurts, but she's also had spurts where she can be roughed up. Close pitch there. So if you are the Crush, you want to take advantage when she's struggling a little bit. Try to pounce on her. Try to add to this lead. Strike, throw down, and punched out. Rummel tried to get the extra bag, can't do it. But the tidal waves regain the lead. They tally 1 in the 5th and lead it 4-3 here in Wilmot.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Well, here's how you get out of the jam, Elena.
Right here you can see the runner had a great jump, but that throw by Hall, who had the home run earlier, it was right on. She got her feet planted. Her throw was right on. And for catchers with runners at this speed and this level, their throws have to be perfect, and hers was. But great attempt on stealing. At this time in the game, you have to get the other team off balance, and that's a great way of doing it.
And when the Crush just got the lead, they thought, okay, let's try to add to it. What better way than if we can get that base? They could not. but they will keep the lead. And Suplee now will lead it off in the bottom of the 5th. Time for her to try to strike offensively here to get back in this game, down just a run. Doubled and scored her last time up in the 3rd. That one low, 2-0.
Wide open for you, Sid.
Smacks it to left. Leadoff aboard for the Bandits. Tying run aboard. Good swing from the pitcher.
That's a great, what they call in softball, in and out swing. She keeps her hands inside, and her load is great. Hands in, and then she explodes out. And that's how she gets the ball right in the meat of the bat.
Good to all fields is the pitcher, and does her part. Tying run aboard, Cochran the hitter. First pitch, shallow center, coming on. Urbanski has to play it on a hop. 2 on with nobody out. And guess who's coming up? Ms. 3-run home run back in the 3rd, Haley Hall. I think Dad wouldn't mind another little Father's Day gift here. Hallie 2 for 2 today. Takes a strike there. Single in the 2nd, and then in the 3rd, it went from a 1-0 deficit to a 3-1 lead. Cleared the fence in a hurry.
She has so much power, she doesn't even need to follow through all the way on her swing. That says a lot about her.
It's compact power, isn't it?
Yep.
And tried to surprise everybody there by dropping one down.
That starts all from your core. That's where the hitting starts.
One and one to Hall. Fouled it off. Got a piece of the catcher and the home plate umpire. She doesn't get cheated up there, does she, Elena?
No.
One and two to the Bandits catcher. Lifts this one to center. Playable. Urbanski makes the catch. And a strong throw in. You want to show off that arm, just say, go ahead, try it next time. Neither runner will. Neither runner will. One down. Big out there for Bratter and the crush, and now Platusik will be the hitter. Watch the catch, but then watch the throw.
Right on target. And even though there was one bounce on the throw, that's actually what coaches want these days, because at this level, it's actually faster to have one bounce than to have a line drive throw that might go sailing in the wind.
Oh, I agree. If you're taking it on 1 or 2 quick hops, it's down low, and then your glove's right there. It's in the vicinity to put the tag on the runner instead of having to reel in a shot that's maybe upstairs, come down and do a sweep tag.
Yeah, the transfer's a lot easier.
This one is gone. No doubt about it. Platusek, second 3-run home run of the day. And back and forth we go. Now it's the Bandits back on top, 6-4. All their runs have been accounted for with 3-run home runs today. Hall in the 3rd, and now Platusik here in the 5th.
Look at that, she waits back, pushes her hands through, great finish. And you can see a great finish by the way that she extends the bat onto her back shoulder. Extension is how you use your core and your hips first, and then you push through and extend, and that's how you get all the rest of the power.
Did everything right on that swing.
Yeah, everything.
I mean, it sounded good. It was a no-doubter. And now Bayes the hitter with the bases clean.
That's great.
That's what you're talking about, right, Elena?
Yep. Palm up, palm down on her hands.
Muscle to center. Urbanski coming in on the run to make the catch. And there are 2 down. And when coaches use the video and they do a freeze like that, that's when you show it to everybody else and say, this is what you want to do.
That's right. As they call it, textbook. Textbook perfect.
They still call it that? Yes. You kids with the tablets and everything, I never know if textbooks are even being used anymore. Roll it a second, and McElligott retired. But again, the 3-run home run comes back to help the Beverly Bandits. Platusik goes yard, and their team leads once again 6-4.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here in Wilmot, Wisconsin, Battle of the Borders, and this battle has been back and forth. And we've seen the long ball issued to both teams, and both teams using it to get back in the ball game. Now the Bandits back in front as Riley Platusik hits a 3-run home run to forge the 6-4 lead here, top of 6. And Tidal Waves, well, they've been in the position already a couple times in this game. Nothing new for them. They'll try to get some base runners on against Suplee here as Haley gets the redo on her at-bat. Wasn't a strike him out, throw him out there to end that last inning. There was a strike, but the throwdown was the third out there, and so Healy gets the start fresh. Upstairs, 1-1.
Let's see if the confidence from the Bandits at-bats transfers over to the defense.
Transfers over to their superb left-hander in the circle. She gave up the leadoff home run in the first and then was stingy. And then Hall helped her out with the 3-run home run. Platusik helped her out again with another 3-run home run. 2-1 to the catcher. Swings through it, just nicked it. Tough pitch there as she took something off of it, and it just continued and continued to rise out of the zone.
That's how she moves it up and down. Batters have to fight that off.
2-2. And Healy stays alive. Her first 2 at-bats, both flyouts to center and to right. Two to the Tidal Waves catcher on the way. Time was called. And I know why. Softball got loose and rolled onto the field. You can't give the fielders choices on balls in the dirt. Can you get it out here? Can you get it?
They wish.
Yeah. Oh, of course they do. So 2-2 to Healy. Suplee looking for the knockout punch. Right field, Williams near the line. In fair territory, makes the grab. And there's one down. And a quick high five in the circle. Suplee, very animated in the circle. We saw a couple times the emotion. Some pitchers, they like to have a quiet confidence, just go about their business, very game face on. Not Suplee. She feeds off the emotion, likes to be active out there.
Yeah, and her other teammates feed off her then. And you can just see their team's combination with their passion and their confidence, and it's working out for them.
To each his own in softball. Adante now, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 4th. fouled off. You know this, being a catcher. Pitchers, they can be odd ducks. I mean, they're in their own world.
Yes.
And some of them don't want to be bothered. They want to just focus and be alone. They truly are in a circle. They truly are on an island. And others, they want that buzz, that talking, that camaraderie.
It is amazing how much pitchers have to worry about with their location, the situation on the field, their pitches. And some pitchers can't deal with people just being in their ear all the time, and then some feed off it, like her. It's not a bad or a good thing. It's
right.
It's just how they are.
Yeah, again, to each his own, right?
Yep.
Whatever works. 2-1 pitch to the left fielder, fouls that one off. And you're right. There's so much responsibility, so much on the plate that if a pitcher says, look, I've got enough to deal with, leave me alone to go and do my job, you never fault them. That's
right.
If they find success by being quiet during the game, they're probably the first ones that are yapping after it.
That's right.
They're ready to talk and ready to be vocal once again.
And as a catcher, it is your job to have such a great relationship with your pitchers, and you know their personalities and how they're going to react during the game.
You help them, as a catcher, battle through adversity, get through the rough patches, keep the chin up when they happen. Bouncer to short, so Tusick is there, strong throw. And there are two down. And Weeks, the right fielder, gets a shot here. Last time up, fourth inning. One swing to tie it at 3 at the time, a 2-run jack. These two teams from Illinois doing battle here in Wisconsin for the 16U crown.
Amazing how many home runs in this game, isn't it?
Amazing indeed, and how they have really dictated the flow of this game. It's been the one swing, and then the opposing team hanging the head saying, what just happened? It's been like that quick and changes the momentum and the tide. Each home run, 3 in all, has been important and come in clutch situations each time.
And I'm just so impressed with these girls and how they bounce back. It's so easy to just get down on yourself after a home run and to blame things on other teammates, but that's really not how you should do it. These girls are really showing how to play classy softball.
And remember, we talked to Tim Edwards back in the 3rd inning, the head coach at Montmary University. That's what he's watching for. It's not the ball clearing the fence. He's watching to see what the pitcher does, what the defense does after that home run clears. How do they bounce back? How do they respond? Swing and a miss. Throw down by Hall to finish it, and they do. A 1-2-3 inning for Suplee and the Bandits. They retain their lead, middle of 6. 6-4 score.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here in Wilmot, and there's our score in this 16U championship, 6-4. Bob and Elena, we got some breaking news to tell you about from the home team, the Wisconsin Lightning, the 18U team. They are playing in Oklahoma. They're not here, but they're in Oklahoma, and they won their game, going to play on the big field, 6:30 tonight. And that's great news for that program, that those young ladies who are playing in Oklahoma, representing well, going to play in a big ball game.
Yeah, that's incredible for them. That's a great opportunity.
So congratulations to them. We'll keep you posted as well on that group who's away from home but doing good things. All right, bottom of 6 for the Bandits, they're looking for insurance here. And a smack to the second baseman, Klinger. She's been solid all day at second. And there's one down.
She kind of caught that one, didn't she?
Nah, she did, yeah. So back to the top of the order, and Ortiz. Defensive shift back on for the Crush. Down just 2. The Tidal Waves, it's imperative that they keep it at 2. When they go to the 7th, they don't want this to be some explosion inning here by the Bandits, so that that chore is difficult. 2 is manageable. So they need good pitches from Bratter. They need the defense. They need to get in and out of here quickly and get their bats back up there. Ortiz today, singler last time up, and does it again. Slapped it into left center. She's aboard with one down. And now Williams will try to do the same here, get aboard, get Suplee up to the plate. And again, not trying to do too much, just trying to get on base. Nice and easy. Williams drops it down, comebacker to first, in time for the putout. Boy, your blood just boils because you know you're on the clock. And Bratter and the rest of the infield, they all got there quickly, manned their stations, and got Williams for the second out. Now Suplee with 2 down. Walked in the first, doubled and scored in the third, singled and scored in the 5th. Fouls it off. She'll have a 2-run lead at least when she pitches in the top of the 7th. She'd love one more here.
Definitely. And you see again that gap in right center. She's definitely eyeing that up.
Center fielder Bansky cruising over and making the catch and showing it back to everybody. Side retired. Suplee gave it a ride. Urbanski, though, on her horse, making the catch. Crush Tidal Wave needs 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Well, these 2 Illinois teams playing for that piece of hardware here in Wisconsin and a pair of 3-run ding-dongs. The difference in this one, Hall gave them the lead, and then Tusick gave them the margin they have now. 3-run homers each, 6-4 the score. And their southpaw, Suplee, Sid Suplee, will try to finish things off, get the last 3 outs, and bring that trophy to their side of the diamond. She will see Schremp, Armstrong, and Bratter 6, 7, and 8 in the Crush Tidal Wave batting order. One final meeting in the circle. Schremp is the designated player, 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks against the lefty. She plays first pitch. It is up high, ball 1. There's a strike. One and one. In the air, right field. Williams makes the grab. One down in the 7th. And Armstrong will be the hitter. Armstrong 0 for 2, a ground out. And a pop up to the pitcher on her scorecard. Suplee. And a swing and a miss to Armstrong. Oh and 2. Bratter, the pitcher, is on deck, but the Tidal Waves, they need a base runner. First things first. Fouled. If they can get someone on base, then the tying run would come to the plate, and then you give yourself a chance. And the way we've seen home runs fly out, Elena, it's one swing, it could be tied in a snap. 0-2.
Yeah, Suplee needs to be super careful here. She knows she has great pitches. She knows she has great command, but these batters are just as great, you know? They need to work on hitting some solid pitches. Don't chase too much with that rise.
Timed it well, but Cochran at third makes a spectacular play. 2 down.
She gobbled that one up too.
That had eyes like it might go past her into left field. But she stood her ground, snagged it, and then squared up and made a solid throw. And now Bratter will be the batter. Last chance perhaps for the crushed Tidal Waves. She did single her last time up in the 5th and scored a run. At the time, it gave them the lead at 4-3. Swings through that one. Ooh. Just missed. Great movement, like it fell off a table. Bratter had good patience to lay off and buy some more time. 1-1 pitch. That one up, 2-1.
Suplee needs to be simple here. Don't try anything too fancy. She has 2 outs in the top of the 7th. She's up by 2 runs. Just strike her out. Get a base hit. I mean, get a ground out.
Here's a strike, 2-2, and down to the final strike. If Bratter can reach, then Urbanski will get a chance to be the tying run. And Chovanec, then the leadoff hitter who hit the leadoff home run. But that's a ways off here. Suplee tried to make it all a moot point. Oh. You see the hop? The whole infield hopped with her. You're trying to jumpstart this for a called third strike. Just a little inside.
Maybe the umpire thought it was a little too high through the zone.
Yeah.
She wanted that one, though.
So did everybody in black and orange. Count is full. And ball 4. So, still life for the Crush.
Yep.
They put the tying run at the plate. It'll be Urbanski to hit with a runner aboard. She fouled out in the first, sacrificed in the fifth to push across, at the time, the lead run. Chovanec is on deck, who hit the leadoff home run. If they can get her up there, then we get all sort of interesting scenarios playing out. Imagine the possibilities. 0-1 to Urbanski, I beg your pardon. Play. Ahead 0-2, which is where she needs to be.
Yep.
Always tough to get that final strike, that final out. It's never easy.
Now this is where she's going to go for her waste pitch, the rise ball out of the zone, make her chase or down on the dirt. See, she goes for that.
Urbanski waits to play, deals, and a comebacker to the pitcher, to the first baseman. Ball game. The Beverly Bandits are champions here in Wisconsin. In the 16U category, these youngsters play big and get a pair of 3-run home runs. That was enough for their talented pitcher, Sid Suplee, to do the rest and keep this talented Crushed Tidal Waves team in check for 4 runs. Final score in our 16U championship here in the Battle of the Borders, 6-4. We'll be back to hand out the hardware and talk to the ladies in orange and black.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends.
Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Well, there you go. Beverly Bandits from Illinois. 2015 16U Battle of the Border Champions, sponsored by Wisconsin Lightning here in Wilmot. Yeah, happy, joy to get that hunk of hardware. Medals included as well. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the ladies over there who they talk about the camaraderie. Their head coach talked about the camaraderie and how close they are, and still smiles on their faces as they continue to build, and nothing to hang their heads about. They battled this talented Bandits team. Back and forth on the scoreboard we went. And
I'm so sorry, sir.
we will get you post-game thoughts here from this game when we carry over into our 18U game later on today. That'll be coming your way in less than an hour. From my partner, Elena Konkar, and our entire crew here in Wilmot, Bob Brainerd saying so long, with the final score in our 16U game, 6-4. The Beverly Bandits win it. Less than an hour, come on back. Our 18U championship is on tap. Until then, good day, everybody.